It's been called the Uber of electric scooters. California-based startup Bird has grown from a $300 million valuation to being worth over $2 billion in less than 6 months. Now, we tested 2 of these scooters for ourselves outside the New York Stock Exchange earlier today. You're pushing yourself there, so you know it has like a motor on it.
No, but you have to kick-start it to get it going.
Yeah, oh, there we go. The real pro.
You're too tall for it. You need an XL.
I was a little bit too tall, and it was also really hot outside today. And I have to say, it's meant to, take any energy use away. I found it quite tiring. Is that meant to be the case?
No, not at all.
Somehow I did.
It's electric. You're not.
Yeah, but I think I had to bend my knees, lean over. Anyway, I thought it was a lot of fun. It is growing fast. There is us on them, making them look not quite as expert as we could. But let's discuss further. Joining us is Raj Ganguly, co-founder of B Capital, which is an investor in Bird, to shed light on this e-scooter phenomenon. Raj, thanks very much for joining us. I guess my first question on this is how well does it work rolled out across cities? How much does it cost if you want to pick one up? And where do you pick them up and drop them off?
Thanks for having me on the show. Excited to be on. The reason we're excited about Bird is because we've seen it from the beginning. We've seen the adoption and enthusiasm that customers have shown for it. Extremely affordable. It's $1 to pick one up. And then we charge by the minute. The scooters can be found in lots of areas around cities that they've already been launched in. They're dockless. And they really do actually get cars off the street, which is something that car sharing hasn't been able to do yet.
But there are a lot of cars on the street. There's Ubers and Lyfts and bicycles and pedestrians. Is there room for Birds?
I think that there absolutely is. When you ride one of these things, and I saw both of you riding it, making it look easy. When you ride one of these, I think you truly see how easy they are to ride, and they operate in bike lanes. Cities are increasingly creating these bike lanes. And we believe cities should create spaces for scooter parking also. I mean, this is affordable, it's eco-friendly, and it's community-centric transportation.
I'm not sure, Raj, if it's that safe. So who picks up the tab for insurance or injuries? Is that down to the user, or is that down to Bird?
Safety is a key concern for Bird, and since the company started, they've always given away free helmets. They've given away 30,000 free helmets. They're the only electric scooter company that actually requires the drivers to have a driver's license. And they've been working extremely collaboratively with cities, and so safety is absolutely paramount and something that is taken very seriously by the company.
Wilfred's making sure I have a driver's license.
I'm not sure
I do, but I'm a terrible driver, better at Bird. Can we talk about your valuation? $300 million in March, now worth over $2 billion. What's the story there?
Valuations are determined by a number of factors. As we looked at the company and we looked at the adoption, it's frankly something that we've rarely seen, having been investors for a long time. We think that this is just the start of a big new market, and that clean energy, electric vehicle sharing is a space that at B Capital we've been investing in for over 5 years, and we see Bird as the next evolution of this, and we're really excited that the company chose us to be one of their capital partners in this round.
So, Raj, as you mentioned, you're an investor in Bird as opposed to being solely attached to Bird. If Uber was first, Bird was next, what's going to be the transport phase that comes afterwards?
I think that transportation is a space that 5 years ago when we started investing in it, a lot of tech investors would say, well, it's not a real tech space. Transportation is a huge space. It's one that we're really excited about. We really think that multimodal transportation, electric vehicle sharing is the future. As we said, it does take cars off the road. It's clean energy. It's affordable. And we think this is just the start with Bird, that they will introduce other modes of electric vehicle sharing. And beyond Bird, we continue to look at the space. We're looking at space exploration. We're looking at travel more broadly, and the movement of goods. And frankly, these are huge industries that need to go through change.
Very quickly, I'm just interested in how much you're having to fight local authorities. I've read a lot of headlines. Every time you enter a new city, it seems like they're trying to get you out of town. How do you deal with that? the company?
We're really trying, at Bird, we're really trying to work collaboratively with cities. So we share all of our data on traffic with cities. We don't introduce scooters if they're not being utilized at least 3 times per day. And we look forward to working with cities the way we have in Santa Monica, the way we have in Memphis. And I think the management team at Bird has done a great job in partnering with cities.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.